social media, and they're getting.
I see people in my office who publicly
Is breaking news.
Pleasure and happiness. A lot of people equate the two, but I'm here to tell you.
Well, this police report shows Manuel Ruiz, a man.
Oh, I'm almost 30 years old.
Spying on your neighbor to catch drama.
Do you feel like men being reporters on gossip is gay?
Oh, they gonna get you for this one.
They are, but that is zesty to me. Being a gossip.
Yeah, from even to even, spend holy days away from the heathen. I need a break, I don't need a reason. I need a script, I don't need your grievance. Keep it to yourself, it's better.
Yeah. Hey. That's right. Check, check. 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 1, 2. Sounds good. Check. 1, 2. Means yes. It's echoing because of the
Hello,
way.
sir. There's an echo.
So I didn't know how. Check 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. With the DLC, it wasn't working. Maybe it was. Mr. Sherry, can you hear us okay? Yes, sir. Are we?
Yes, sir. The volume sounds a
She can
little.
hear, I can't hear. Are we, can
Can you hear me, sir?
hold on 1 second, sir. I just want to make sure we. Oh, we are. Okay. I don't know why I'm not hearing nothing back. I'm always scared. Is Zoom and OBS muted over there? You don't, yes. No, is that shit I say?
Can you hear me, sir?
Can you speak for a second?
Can you hear me, sir? Testing,
Yeah, I can hear you
testing.
now. Can you hear me fine? I'm turning up the aperture. You got yourself right home? Just you speak for a second? I always ask you because. Actually, that's a little
Testing, testing. Can you hear me?
Well, I can't take them.
Testing, testing. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So I got right. Check. But he's hella tired. Check.
Testing, testing. Can you hear me?
I hear you. I hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. It sounds
Okay.
like
Hold on.
someone.
Okay, I'm gonna just hold on. I'm gonna do another. This is the show sound. Can you hear this, sis? Okay.
It's pretty low, sir.
Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Can y'all be just 1 second, y'all? 1 second. 1 second. 1 second.
I have the guests coming in. Give me 1 second, sir.
Check.
Hi, Mommy. How are you?
Hi, Sherry. Can you hear me?
Yes, you look great. Good to see you.
I can't see you yet, but I'm sure you.
Wow.
Still there,
There's
yes.
been that Surgeon General's warning on packs of
I have a job, so I'm happy about that.
Ready?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. How's the family?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
The family is good. No
Testing,
complaints,
1,
you
2.
know. Not a whole lot has changed, so we're gonna leave it at that.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It sounds a little low. Testing. It's hidden within the yellow. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, right at the yellow. Testing 1, 2. Huh? Yes, sir. Officer Sirach. He told me that Officer Died told me to do it.
You want me to read something? Okay. It's the Nehemiah Squad radio show, all right? We got a good show for y'all tonight. The Nehemiah Squad radio show, all right? Let me get Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5. Because what she's talking about is real heavy, right? Let me get Job chapter 1 and verse 6, all right? Job chapter 1 and verse 6. Donate to our booster club because we're going all around the globe. We hitting India, Ethiopia, you know what I'm saying, different parts of Europe, you know, France and they mishaps and things of that nature. All right, this is the white mic. Oh, he wanted me to sit in Officer Shim's chair. I'm sitting in Officer Judah. Come on, bro. You might as well give up the mic now. Play point. Yes, sir. Nah, it's not a shine. We just testing. Pre-stream. It's the Nehemiah Squad radio show. All right. Let me get the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5. Because it's really important to deal with psychology in our community. You know what I'm saying? We suffer from suicidal thoughts, depression, things of that nature going on in our community, and it goes unsolved. A lot of our kids don't feel open enough to talk to us about these types of things. But we need them to actually speak to us about these things because Gen Z, if y'all don't know, is one of the most depressing and suicidal generations that we've had up to date. And so it's really important for us to be able to speak to these young kids, all right? Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5. This is the white mic. Is it good, Josiah? Let me get Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. Because look, a lot of this stuff is, yes, sir. A lot of this type of stuff is happening to our communities because we have a lack of culture. We have a lack of, you would say identity, but more or less like self, individuality. Like, who am I in this world? You know what I'm saying? And so not understanding where you come from is a lack of understanding where you're going. You see what I'm saying? This is the white mic, by the way. It's the Nehemiah Squad radio show. We're doing a test stream. All right, we got a great show for y'all. We're going over psychology and how that negatively and can positively affect our community, right? Positively as far as if we use it correctly and know how to deal with it according to the scriptures, all right? It's the white mic, Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5. Let me get that scripture right quick. It's very quintessential for us to understand what's going on with our youth. Important, essential. Numbers chapter 15 and verse 38. Josiah, is the white mic okay? Numbers chapter 15 and verse 38. Shalom, y'all. It's good seeing you. Numbers 15 and verse 38. Okay. We got to understand what we teaching our children. You see what I'm saying? We got to understand what we teaching our children because they're the future of our society. If they don't know right from wrong properly, because just telling the kid don't take, don't steal ain't really enough to make a kid not steal because they see other people doing it and they having a blast doing it. So why not I do it? You see what I'm saying? But if you're teaching that there's a consequence and repercussions to it, then it becomes more serious to them. Then they understand there's a real life God in the sky. Whether they getting away with it or not, it's important for them to keep their integrity. And then you build discipline and character in that child. It's the Nehemiah Squad radio show. Jeremiah 17 and verse 4. Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. All right. Matter of fact, let me get Mark chapter 7 and verse 21. Because all these different thoughts like depression, suicide, right? A lot of us are born. Okay. Yes, sir. Let me get the book of Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 5. Right? Jeremiah 17 and verse 5. Because we trust in what man tells us, but we never really trust in what God is telling us, right? Jeremiah 17 and verse 5. Let me go to, okay. Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 5. This is the Nehemiah Squad radio show, all right? We got a great show for y'all tonight. Give a round of applause for the lovely such and such. We got a special guest. Shalom, sir. We got a special guest tonight. Shalom, sir. Sign Christ bless you. It's good seeing you, sir. The Nehemiah Squad radio show. This is the blue mic. This is the blue mic. All right. We got a great show for y'all tonight. Hey, pull up slide 15 for me right quick. We want to start off with slide 15 because we want to kickstart a great show tonight, right? About an example of how bad mental health in our community is plaguing us from the inside out. And a lot of our young kids is not really talking or discussing about it, all right? It's the Nehemiah Squad radio show. Nehemiah Squad radio show. This is the red mic. This is the red mic. Yes, sir. This is the red mic. This is the red mic. All right. All right. It's the Nehemiah Squad Radio Show. We got a great show for y'all tonight. You know what I'm saying? We got the lovely Miss I did not know how to pronounce her name. Momi Lana. Momi Lana. Yes, sir. We got the lovely Momi Lana discussing psychology in our community and how it's plaguing us from the inside out and how we can positively flip that in our communities, all right? We got a great show for y'all. We got a great show. This is the Red Mic. This is the Nehemiah Squad Radio Show. Radio Show. All right, this is the Red Mic. Let me get the book of Mark, chapter 7 and verse 21. The book of Mark, chapter 7 and verse 21. Mark, chapter 7 and verse 21. This is the Red Mic. All right? The Nehemiah Squad Radio Show. We got a great show for y'all tonight. Tune in, get y'all Bibles, get y'all notebooks, and get y'all pens. You know what I'm saying? Get y'all food, y'all haberdasheries and hemoglobins. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a great show for y'all tonight, all right? We're going to have a great show for y'all tonight. Tune in, like, comment, and share. Like, comment, and share. All right, this is the Red Mic, the Nehemiah Squad Radio Show. We got a great show for y'all tonight. Tune in. The Nehemiah Squad Radio Show. Got a great show for y'all tonight, all right? Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5. All right? We got a great show for y'all tonight. Tune in. Make sure you get your Bibles, your pens, and settle in. You know what I'm saying?
Check.
Check. This is the light green mic, the reader's mic. Let me get the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 20. Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 20. Genesis, Genesis. Genesis. The book of Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 39. Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 39. Nehemiah, chapter 13, verse 27. Nehemiah, chapter 13 and verse 31. Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 36. Call in now 1-669-444-9171. Call in now 1-669-444-9171. All right? This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 21. Yes, sir. Huh? This is the reader. Yes, sir. Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1. Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1. Job chapter 30 and verse 29. Job chapter 30 and verse 31. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Come on. Come on.
For decades, there's been that Surgeon General's warning on packs of cigarettes. But this morning, for the first time, a new warning about something else, social media and what it means for kids' mental health. Why now for this advisory?
We're issuing this advisory to sound the alarm.
Surgeon General Vivek Murthy says there's not enough evidence to show social media platforms are safe enough for kids and teens.
We see rates of depression.
What's the number one thing people like that people dissolve their marriages over?
It used to be money. Now I really believe that social media has changed the entire landscape of relationships. The entire landscape. I remember when I started on divorce court, you never hear about it.
Yeah.
Now it's the go-to feel-good device when she's getting on my nerves or he's getting on my nerves.
Social media has created this whole illusion of options that